Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
Welcome to Cowboy Boys episode. I'm going to just start dubbing these in because I never know when we start.
Cowboy Boys.
125. Cowboy Boys
There it
episode
is.
125.
Wait, do you know this for sure though this time?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, dude.
I'm
we got
pretty
it.
sure. I'm feeling great.
Dude, it always surprises me.
What?
Every time you say the name of the episode.
Well,
Or
the
not
number.
the name, the number. I'm always like, that many? I've been doing that since like 40. I'm like, wow, we do a lot of these. Every time, dude.
How long were you expecting it to last?
Well, here's the thing. I just think I don't have object permanence. I'm like a dog. Like, you leave, and I'm like, well, there goes Mac forever. And you come back, and I'm like, whoa, bro, you're fucking back, dude. Crazy. This is sick. And you leave again. I'm like, there he goes forever.
I understand that. I have the same thing with like relationships, with like especially with when dating someone. I'll see on. I moved the Tinder app to the second screen, and so I've forgotten it exists. And then when I remember to open the app, I then remember like, oh, here's like 20 women I was talking with, and then it went nowhere. Just because I don't.
So you get hit with that all at once.
Well, I get hit with all that at once, where I'm just like, oh, I forgot to respond to her, or I forgot to set something up, or I'm just like, whoops. Where there's so many people where if I don't see you, if you're not messaging me like once or twice a day, then you'll just fall below the like 8 people I see in my messages that I remember to text back, and it's just once you fall on page 2. It's done. I don't remember.
Dude, I do that with my family.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, like, it's everyone. There's no one who's safe from this with me. I have zero object permanence.
If you ever fell to page 2, this podcast would be over. I would forget to do it. I forget to shut up.
100%, dude.
But we have very similar tastes, so I'm always texting you like, "Hey, check out this car crash
There's
video."
very few people I can show the actual things that I like. You know, there's like literally like you and my brother and like 2 other guys, the only people in my life that I could be like, hey, here's this video I know you'll never show anyone that I think is funny. Like, there's so many things. So many, like, how many guys do I know that I could be like, hey, do you want to see someone get shot in a really funny way?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, yeah, I do actually. Bring it on. Let's fucking see it, dude.
Or the last thing I sent you was the Down syndrome magician.
Oh, so
By the way,
good.
That's the 3rd Down syndrome magician I've found.
What is going on? Dude.
They love magic. They love doing it.
Dude, Chris Angel.
Chris
mind
Angel's
freak.
he's coming back.
Is he?
He's posting, and he has like a 12-pack. Absolutely
Fuck, dude.
shredded. I'm ready.
Props to him for being like, listen, if I'm going to come back and do magic, I got to be shredded as fuck. So at least people can't be talking. You can't come back and then have. Here's the thing. You can wear guy liner, but you got to be shredded, dude.
Yeah, you can't.
Nothing sadder than like if chubby guy wearing eyeliner. It's brutal, dude.
It's a bad look.
Here's the thing.
What?
You're going full drag. We're back to yes, queen. But guy liner?
No, I'm not.
Like My Chemical Romance, you can't be chubby and do that. That's not a look.
I'm saying if being chubby is not a look. That's why I dress the way I do.
No.
I dress very toned down. Don't look at me.
You're not even chubby. You've got like a dad bod.
No. You've been brainwashed by modern standards. If I went back in time 30 years, people would be like, "Look at that comically fat man."
No, they would be like, "Look at that athlete." You
only because I'm like 5'10", and so people are like, "How do you get so tall? What did you eat,
dude?" Babe
Food?
Ruth would ask you for workout tips. He'd be like, "What are you doing to be this fast?"
Yeah.
The people would see you bend over, and they'd be like, "Look how far you can bend. This is fucking crazy, dude." Have you ever seen like old timey baseball players the way they swing the
well, that's
bat?
baseball.
Dude, they're like dying.
They have athletes in normal sports back then.
I guess.
It
But like
was-
all the records get broken. You're like, what were athletes back then doing? And then you see photos of guys doing like the Tour de France smoking cigarettes.
Did you ever
And
see?
you're like, oh yeah, that's why you fucking sucked, dude.
Did you ever see like the female Russian Olympics of the 80s? No one's bigger than them. Not even nowadays.
Yeah,
They
well,
were-
in the 80s, yeah, because they were juiced. They had super juice back then, dude. They were doing it for the fucking Soviet Union.
They weren't even trying to hide it because no one was checking.
Yeah, they were like, fuck the space
Dude.
program. Let's see how much weight we can get Boris to lift.
We're gonna try Boris.
Which is sick as fuck.
My
dude.
mom, Boris. Dude, I'm feeling pretty good these days. I'm ready to start my steroid regimen.
Yeah.
We moved into our new place, and I feel like now that I have the clarity of the new place, I'm like, oh, I think our old place had black mold.
Yeah, dude.
think-
Something was going. We had a poltergeist or like black mold. Remember? Oh my god.
What?
Do you remember when I burned sage and then you were like, ugh? Oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
hurts. It's physically painful. And I was like, what are you talking
Yeah, when
about?
you
And you were
burn-
like, like you were dying.
Yeah.
What if we had a possession?
You think the old place was possessed?
Dude, what if the old place, there was just like a dark force and both of us are just too stupid to be stopped by a demon, so we're just living
Yeah.
amongst the demon and it's like draining our energy. You know how have you ever watched House on or the Amityville Horror?
No.
It's a very famous
Yeah.
but like the dark entity in the house like makes the father all evil.
It makes you
and
do bad
depressed
things?
and sad, and then
That's
both of us,
our baseline.
yeah, then both of us are just like, the entity is just like, I got nothing.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
guys are fucking bumming me out, and so then it's just like sapping our energy, and then we move here away from the entity, and both of us are like, hey, feels nice.
I feel clarity.
yeah, dude, I feel better than ever.
I've been doing some new. I'm forming new habits. I've been peeing with my pants all the way down to my ankles.
yeah.
I've been liking that. That's a
Yeah.
good move, just autistic style, fully embracing it.
Dude, you should.
I
Have you
think-
done it in public yet to see how it feels?
I'm not that free yet,
yeah.
but I would like to. I feel like there's holistic benefits to peeing with your just pants at your ankles.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like when people are how Alexis Guerreros talks about how he gets naked to poop.
No,
every
yeah,
time.
that is.
So there's like some kind of like animal brain thing happening, and I think if you pull your pants all the way down, you're tapping into that.
It's like when a dog looks around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, when I pull my pants down, I'm just like, you know what? I feel safe. It sends a signal to my body. It's like, you don't need to have your pants up ready to run. It's like,
This is pee time.
They're on my ankles. I'm peeing free. No need to worry. I'm safe in my house.
Perfect.
Another thing I do like about this place is we're right across the street from the grocery store,
Yeah.
which I've been going and buying like one thing at a time.
Same.
Just like
Just going multiple times a day. They don't understand what's happening.
just buying like I'll just buy like an apple and just do you want it back? No, I'm gonna eat this apple. I'll be back later.
Just using a grocery store like it's a bodega.
Using a grocery store like it's my fridge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
They're
not
just
even a
like-
bodega.
I remember the dude is just like, one dude commented, he's like, 3 times in a day? Where are you at?
Dude, I
was
love
like,
it.
don't worry about it, bro.
'Cause,
Don't worry about it.
We used to live across the street from a laundromat, which was really nice, but you only do laundry once
If
or
you're
twice a
us,
week,
once every 3 weeks.
which is like, now I'm starting to think of like, what is the best thing to live across from? And a grocery store is kind of it.
I think a
like-
bodega would be better, or a 7-Eleven, but
I like the grocery store. It's also like, because I'm not buying in bulk. I don't have to plan ahead ever. Like I could just go across the grocery store and buy like one condom. I don't need a 3-pack. If I need more, I'll be back. But no, can I just buy one? Just a single.
Yeah, you're just ready all the time.
Or like I wish I could buy like just eat half of an apple there, and then like I'll be back later for the other half. Don't touch
It
it.
is true that you're like, I don't have to care. I'll never make a grocery list again because it's not a trip.
It's just
I
whatever.
just walk over there. I'm like, fucking whatever. Oh, I forgot milk. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
I'll be
it's
back,
so nice.
bitch.
I think living across the street from a grocery store is because you know how when you're like looking for a new house, one of the search things is always just like, oh, what is the school neighborhoods like? How many sex predators live around in your neighborhood? That kind of stuff. No, you need to look at the grocery store and also what kind of grocery store that fits your needs. If you're like a hipster who needs like a holistic, natural grocery store, or if you're like just a garbage person,
ours is kind of a little bit.
So it's
a
on
little bit of a fucking.
It's a
woo-woo
60%.
Yeah,
60%.
It's got like.
I prefer the Food for Less, the warehouse,
100%.
the Costco for Mexicans. Did you remember that?
Yes. Dude.
Where it was just like they just literally had pallets of cereal.
I love that shit. Where they're just like, here's fucking 9 different types of refried beans that all cost 80 cents. And you're like, yes!
Dude, here's a frozen chupacabra.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's just like,
it's like those are real? Yes, we eat them. Like, oh, okay.
Yes, we eat the chupacabra.
Dude, Food
The
for
bones
Less
are delicious. The fucking
100 types of popsicles.
dude, a fucking package that just says meat.
Yeah.
You're like, what is it? And they're like, meat, bro. What do you fucking want? You're like, all right, fuck yeah, dude.
So, grocery store, top tier thing to live across the street from, I believe. I don't know what would be better. Because like a McDonald's or like your favorite food place, that's dangerous. That's too good.
One thing that would be really cool is the subway station.
Yeah, but also then it's noisy and there's all the
It's already noisy.
There's all
for
the
us.
ne'er-do-wells hanging around the edge.
True.
You want one of the New York things?
We almost had a gunfight.
I heard that last night.
Yeah, I watched it.
You watched it?
Yeah.
I heard it. So I live in the back of the house, and I heard them, and I was trying to listen, and there was just like, people like, do it, and I was like, what's going on? And then, but you watched it.
So I heard it.
You were a looky-loo.
I heard it, and I was like, all right, they're going to fist fight. I got to get... So I
Yeah, it
opened
sounded
up
like
the
a fight.
curtain because it looked like they were going to fight. And I thought it was just like 2 random guys. And
it was 2 random guys.
It was a bunch of guys. It was a couple of guys, and they were like in some kind of argument with a fucking driver. Like a guy who rides a scooter and delivers food. Like a delivery driver. I know. And so... something was going on with them, and then the delivery driver was like being like, I'll fight you, and the one dude was like, I'll fuck you up or whatever. And then the delivery driver was like, what do you have, a gun? And the dude just started laughing, and he goes, oh, you fucking whatever. And then he was like, I don't know if he had a gun, but he was acting like he did. And the delivery driver was just like, nope. And he just pieced the fuck out immediately and just started sprinting away. And they were like chasing him, yelling at him, laughing. So they were gonna fight. And then the delivery driver kind of like made them realize he was scared. And then once they smelled fear, they were all over it. It was wild, dude.
I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. Everyone in the service industry should have a gun.
Yeah, I know it, dude.
I mean, like,
I'm with you.
That's like, I'm talking like your waitress at Applebee's.
She should serve you while pointing a gun at you.
No, not pointing.
No, she should. She should just have the gun at you. What do you want? You want Diet Coke? What do you want, a Grand Slam? Just fucking pointing a gun right at your face.
I think they should open carry. Waitresses should open carry. Like everyone. Like, even at Burger King.
Dude, I think everyone should point it at you all the time. You should be checking out at 7-Eleven. You should just be holding a gun at your face. Is this what you want? And you're like, no, I need 1 pack of Marlboro Reds. And he's just like, point to them. Mm-hmm. Point to what you want. Just gun at your face, dude.
I think, if everyone in the service industry had a gun, it would humble a lot of people who are assholes to them.
Yeah. I fucking hate the way people act to service industry people, dude. I don't know if these guys were arguing over service industry stuff, though. I think that this was a argument unrelated to the job. I think they were arguing, they had some personal shit going on.
You think they knew each other?
No, but I just think they got into some kind of argument outside of the context of him working, because he didn't look like he had bags or anything, and his helmet wasn't on or whatever. Like,
I was going to say, you get, whenever you order food, and if they mess it up, you're just like, ugh. So
me?
If they like,
oh yeah. If they or just in general,
if they got his order wrong, if they forgot the potatoes in his Taco Bell, and you're just like, I wish I had a gun right now.
Yeah, but it's not the delivery driver's fault. It's the Taco Bell people.
What if he ate your ate your potatoes.
That happens.
Or there's the when the delivery driver. I hate that they show this because it only makes me mad. It only makes me mad. It serves no purpose.
yeah.
Is when you order food and then it shows them on the map.
Yeah, so you can see what they're doing
And
while they have
so-
your food.
So it's like they go and pick it up in 5 minutes, and then they just go to like a park and sit, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
yeah. They're taking their break or whatever, and you're like, do it before.
Or they
motherfucker.
they know they have like a 30-minute window, and you can just see them sitting there.
Yeah. They're clearly like doing an errand in their own personal time, and you're like, listen, I get it. You're a person, and you got to do this shit.
Good
but
for
fuck,
you.
dude. You got my Taco Bell.
Turn off the tracking.
Yeah, I don't even want to see it. Just don't let me see it. Let me imagine that you just went straight from the food to me, and not that you got my fucking nachos cold because you popped into the pharmacy or whatever, which is valid. But I'm mad. You know.
I would like to live across the street from a gun range. I would be there every day.
You would hear. I love that you were like the sound of the subway. But what about the gun range? Are you talking about an indoor, so we don't hear it.
Gunshots do not bother me.
So you're down with gunshots.
Oh yeah.
You know what I will say? I do fall asleep to this one Warhammer 40K ASMR, the sounds of battle. I just fall asleep to like the sounds of fucking war.
the trains are all screeching. Guns?
No, the trains are fine. I like the train. I hear it all the time.
I don't like the train.
Do you know what I heard this morning that fucked me up?
What's that?
I learned this. We're learning about our downstairs neighbors. One of our downstairs neighbors is learning
I heard
to
this.
play guitar.
I was wondering where the music was
They
coming from.
only know 2 chords, and
Whoa,
did not
careful.
play any others.
If we can hear them playing the guitar, they can probably hear us podcasting right now.
No, they can't make out what we're saying, though.
Just-
Because I could hear them singing. They were like yell singing. Like,
It was really bad.
oh, dude, it was brutal.
You know you're bad when you can hear how bad they are through the floors.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yo, you're not keeping time. You're playing like, you should learn a third chord. You should.
They were playing like A and E over and over again, like dun dun dun, and then they were also just strumming it. You know what it sounded like?
What's that?
When I was like 12, I used to just take out an out of tune guitar and just play really loud music and strum the guitar with the music and sing. Without even like, because you couldn't even hear the guitar, it would just be drowned out by the music. But if the music like skipped or paused, you could hear me just like badly singing and playing guitar. But basically, just like some cathartic, like that's what it sounded like. Like they were doing that, but there was no music. It was so bad. I couldn't believe how bad it was.
Do you ever do that to your friends in the car when they're singing? If someone's singing annoyingly next to you, and then you just mute the music real quick, so they're like, ah.
I never think that someone sings annoyingly. The only way to sing annoyingly is to be purposefully bad.
No, some people think they're really good, and if you have a friend like that, who's singing along with the song, and like just turn off the music and then record them while you're doing this. It's a good move.
I think that I am such a good judge of character that I would never be friends with someone who thinks they can sing good. I've never encountered that in my life.
Sounds like you might be that friend.
No, I definitely don't sing good. I'll tell you that right now.
Wait, don't you have a band?
Yeah, and I sing in it. And it's not great. I do it for the love of the game, baby.
Right.
Listen, not everything you do has to be because you think you're good at it. A lot of stuff you do just because you enjoy it.
No, I don't enjoy anything.
I know that. Know it?
If I'm not instantly good at something, don't enjoy it, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. I know it.
So
that's why the only things you enjoy are things from your childhood, because you gained any level of competency. No, you haven't mastered any of them. You have some small level of competency, and then you're in your mind, you're like, who knows why I have this? I must be gifted. Instead of remembering that you played this video game a lot when you were 12.
Yeah, I mastered it when I was 12.
I don't think you mastered it. I don't think you've mastered. What do you think you've mastered?
Eating pussy.
I was literally about to say. I knew you would say that.
That one is definitely. There's no question in my mind.
Oh my god!
It's one of those where
you sound like those girls who are like, I give everyone
I know,
loves
I do
it.
sound
I
like
give
that.
the perfect blowjob. Everyone tells me I give great blowjobs. Oh yeah, people who are naked and vulnerable with you tell you you're good at the thing that if they tell you you're bad at it will destroy you and you'll never do it
here's
again.
How I
That's
know.
crazy.
Here's how I know. I think I'm better at eating pussy than I am fucking.
Okay.
So, because when I'm fucking, girls are like, yeah, this is woo, good job, high five. But when I'm eating pussy, it's just like, they're translated to another dimension. They can't even speak. So that's the thing I'm really good at. I'm now you do one. What's the thing you're perfect? You've mastered. You can't get any better at it. That's what I'm saying. I'm top level. That's one of those things where it's just like I'm in the top 0.05% of the world.
The top zero. That's fucking. I don't think there's a single thing I think that I'm that good at.
I think I am that good
at pussy eating.
Yes.
Nice. I'm happy for you.
I'm
happy for everyone you go down on. I hope that it rings true.
I'm happy that I don't have to hear those like, men don't know where the clit is. I'm like, all right, fuck around and find out.
Yeah. That is the thing.
I'll show you where it is.
Here's the thing. We're also operating in a space where men are so incompetent.
Yeah,
that's
why it's not.
A lot of women are just like, wow, you knew where the clit is. Like, yeah, I saw a badly drawn diagram one time, and I can guess through context clues that that's your clit without ever having even been told.
It's somewhere near the top.
Yeah, dude, I'm in the general area, baby. I have no idea what's going on.
Those diagrams are way too. I don't need. I think that's where guys are getting tripped up because they're like, there's the inner labia, the outer labia.
We got the urethra.
There's like 4 holes down there,
dude. There's so many. Why are there so many holes?
We need to redesign the female genitalia chart for men.
Yeah.
So what it will be is. There's gonna be single dot at the top.
Spicy
part. No hood or anything.
No, fuck that.
You'll be able to figure it out.
You're thinking too much about the lippy parts or whatever. Don't think about any of that. None of that matters.
It's just the clit at the top, and then a line, and then a slightly inner clit is the hole. That's all you need. That's all you need for the diagram.
It's hole and clit. That's all there is.
Oh, you're not even putting the line.
And bonus hole.
You're not putting the line.
No. I'm literally going like I'm going button hole bonus hole.
Oh,
that's it.
You work with a bonus hole.
Well, we got the bonus hole in there for those who for those who celebrate bonus hole.
See, we're already disagreeing on the chart.
You don't.
That's where the confusion comes from.
You're hooking up with a lot of girls who don't like bonus hole.
Oh, I think they like it. I just won't give it to them.
Oh, true. Girls yeah, you're a man who's drawn serious boundaries around bonus hole.
Girls are like, do you want to fuck me on my butt? And I'm like, I'm good.
We'll put the fucking line there, and we'll go advanced, advanced question mark. There you go. I can't believe you won't fuck girls in their butt if they like it. I can't believe that, and it's fine.
I won't.
It's a fine boundary to have.
I won't if they like it. I will if they love it. That's my boundary line.
As long as you're not one of those guys who's like, I only like it because you don't like it.
Oh yeah.
That's so fucked up.
It is, but I understand where they're coming from. It is like one of those, like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you do it for me.
Yeah, I'm coming in your hair.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
I don't have that. I only like what girls like. I think I'm broken.
Sure. Living across the street from a brothel would be bad.
Yeah. It'd be
broke.
It depends on the brothel.
A massage parlor.
We used to live literally a door down.
Yeah.
I did get massages like every 2 weeks, though. But also the lady gave the cheapest massage. She literally, if I showed up before 3 p.m., she would charge me $30 and I'd give her 2 $20s, and she was like the most thankful person ever. And then every once in a while I would give her 60 instead of 40, and she'd be like, wow. And then, unfortunately, randomly one day she was just like, now I'm going to try and jack you off too.
Oh.
After knowing her for like 2 years.
You got out of the friend zone from the masseuse.
Dude. I must have.
She's just like,
one day.
Wait, so just how many massages did you get before she tried to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 30 massages, like a ton, like a lot, like 2 years worth of massages.
And she was like,
and then one day she was just like, and now I jerk you off. And
she was like, I know you on an intimate level. It's normal now.
It's so funny too because I'm out of shape. Like she waited until I was like fat and it's not attractive anymore.
So she watched.
She was
you.
massaging me when I was like running the ultra during the lockdown when I was like skinny, 180 pounds. I was feeling great. I looked good. And then when I got buff, she massaged me through that phase. And then she waited till like halfway through tour when I was like 210 pounds, like feeling terrible about myself. And she's, you know what? Maybe she just picked up on it. She's like, this guy's not very confident. He's feeling bad about his body. He's a little chubby. Let's jerk him off.
Maybe lose a little weight.
Yeah. Nothing's worse than a woman just grabbing onto your dick and then you having to be like, "No, I'm good actually. It's not going to get hard. I'll tell you that right now."
No, there's a lot of things worse than that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
I don't know.
That's a good problem to have. But like, it's a great problem to tell a woman.
Oh yeah.
To tell a woman, no thanks, not right now.
Dude, I don't.
I would love.
I
I would love to have that problem more than my normal problems.
Oh, okay. What are your normal
if
problems?
if I had like once a day had to tell like a woman, oh no, I'm thank you. I did it earlier. No need. I could do that. I could do that a couple times a day. just
No.
it would get annoying, but I would definitely be okay with it.
I think that you're forgetting the context here. This woman's like my mother. She's
like, if I went to the grocery store and they're like, "Oh, you're buying an apple. Do you want us to jerk you off?" I'm like, "I'm good."
Listen,
thank you for the offer, though.
If they ask politely,
Thank
that's
you.
different than if someone just grabs onto your limp dick.
Okay. If my pants were
Dude,
at
you're
my
so vulnerable.
if I was standing at the urinal,
okay,
and my pants are at my ankles, so I'm in a comfortable, ready position.
yeah,
And some strange lady came up behind me, and she's like, "Do you?" She grabs me and it's like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Maybe."
Wait, hold on.
I can't see you from behind. Thank you for asking.
Do you want it? Maybe. If they grab you from behind and it's clearly a lady's hand, just let her jerk you off at that point. If you're you, I mean, with the moral compass you have and your whole situation, it's like, yeah, just let her jerk you off.
My moral compass is perfect.
You, yeah.
I've never met anyone with a more pure moral compass than me. What
about, why is this? Why do you feel like that?
I just feel like I'm better than everyone.
Okay.
Morally. Not like in other arenas. Just my morals are more pure than most.
I feel like you're doing the thing again.
What's that?
Where girls are like, I give the best head, and you're like,
I have the best morality.
Yeah, and then they give you the best head, and you're like, or they give you head, and then you're like, that wasn't even kind of the best. It's actually very bad. I think guys have been telling you you're good at head so that they can get head more, because guys are more of a quantity over quality type.
What would I be getting out of having the best morality?
Saying that you have the best morality, you get the satisfaction in the feeling of moral superiority.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, which people love that shit,
Liberals
dude.
love that, and I understand why.
No, conservatives love that. What do you mean? Conservatism is rooted in Christianity.
They do love that too.
Yeah, everyone loves it, is what I'm saying.
Morals,
moral superiority drives most people.
Moral superiority rocks.
Yeah.
Just to be like, yeah, I'm better than you because I am.
There you go, bro.
Oh, it's such a great feeling. I wish I could feel it more.
I've never in my life cared about that feeling.
Oh, I bet you do.
I don't. Maybe I do subconsciously, but I've never actively been like, I'm better than you. Anytime I feel like I'm morally superior to a person, it makes me deeply sad, because I feel like usually they're lacking some kind of empathy or something.
Oh,
I'm just like, well, the world's doomed.
So wait, when you feel it, do you feel it around other people? Because if I parallel park a car really good, I'm like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm not like projecting it onto another individual that I'm better than them. It's like a reward. I'm like, I know I'm so good at this. I'm better than everyone. I don't even need to think about other people who are currently parallel parking right now. That I'm just that good, and it's a win for me. And I'm not even thinking about anyone else.
Oh, I never have that ever. Anytime I do something, I immediately think about what I could have done to be better. And there is
that's a healthy.
Not one situation in life where you couldn't have done better. I've never in my life done something perfectly. Not one time.
I've had a few perfect moments.
And so
I think everyone does.
I don't know about that. But so I'm always, and I should come closer to where you are sometimes. Whatever you're doing is good. But yeah, I should give myself more grace. But I never feel that way. I'm never like, yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, I do think fuck yeah, and I'm happy with my performance sometimes.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think like, yeah, I did that perfectly. I can't think of a time when I thought that.
What do you think you're one of the best in the world at? And you can't say stand up.
What am I one of the best in the world at?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't think that I don't know that I'm one of the best at anything. Maybe storytelling.
Oh yeah.
I think that I'm good at telling
good
stories and giving and conveying thoughts and ideas.
Pulling a good yarn.
Throwing it, yeah, dude. Just really spinning a yarn.
And just getting just lighting up a campfire and getting everyone engaged.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
pretty good at that.
All right.
I remember when I was like, when I had to go to Mormon seminary because I got kicked out of shop class for almost killing a guy.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any other classes for me to go to, so they were like, "Do you just want to go to seminary so we don't have to think about this?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, sign me up."
Absolutely normal shop class experience. How many guys did you know that almost died in shop class?
I just happened to get caught doing a dumb thing.
You got caught. Maybe almost killing someone.
Yeah. I put a nail in the disc sander and waited for someone to turn it on. Yeah, dude, which you shouldn't. And then, because I thought it would just like, and like make a loud noise and scare him, and then it would start again, But what it did was it pinned the nail against the side of the safety catch, and then it didn't grind the nail down, and it spit the nail out, and then the nail literally went across the room and stuck into a wall next to a guy's head, and the guy happened to be the teacher. And he was like, "You almost killed me with a nail," and I was like, "Yep, I did that." And he was like out of my class forever.
I remember in shop class, these kids had made they'd made a wrist rocket essentially, and
fuck yeah, dude,
they were shooting wooden dowels. And I turned around at the exact moment they were shooting one at me, and it hit me in the eye. And I was like in 7th or 8th grade. I just started crying, and I was just like, what the fuck? Just crying. It fucking hurt. I got shot in the eye with a dowel. And the teacher,
13, you've been blasted in the eye by a wooden dowel. Of course, you're having an emotional reaction.
The teacher was right there and saw it happen, and so he got the other kid in trouble. And I was just I was trying not to cry, one of those moments, but it was just coming out of me.
Yeah.
And so it was making the teacher angrier, and I just felt really bad because I wanted to be like, "Nah, I'm good. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool that you shot me in the eye with a thing. Like we're good. We're cool." And the kid got in a bunch of trouble, and I was like, I just turned around at the wrong time.
Yeah,
it's not his fault.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know each other. We have no ill will. I'm sorry if you're out there. It's the teacher's fault.
He just blew your eye up. Dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine. I can still see.
When I was in shop, I remember this one kid, we were using the skill saw and then the fucking, or the table saw. I can't remember. What's the one where it's you can cut holes inside of wood? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Skill saw.
That's the skill saw, yeah. So the skill saw, and we were sanding. And so he used a skill saw to make a gun. And then he sanded it, and then we varnished it and painted it, and then he was going around school pretending it was a real gun.
Nice.
And then he pretended to execute a bunch of us in front of and then this one teacher saw it, and she was just like, "He's killing them. He's murdered them." And so then the police came and they arrested him. And I just remember the police were just on the fucking ground
pointing
and
their
seeing
guns.
and he was the biggest kid in our grade too. He was 6 feet tall, even though we were in 7th grade,
Yeah.
And so I just remember him on his knees, and all of us who were helped him make the gun, everyone's just scatter right now. And because the whole class made the gun, but he was just happened to be the one who was pretending to kill us. And we were just well, sorry, man, you're out. You're in trouble.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Dude, R.I.P. to that kid.
You know what's funny about shop class is when I grew up and got a job in machining.
Yeah.
That shit still went. People were still making weapons at my job, sharpening sticks and points.
Yeah,
we would have pneumatic air guns, and people would have put Q-tips into tubes, into brass tubes, and shoot each other from across the room.
Dude.
So just 25, 30-year-old men making improvised weapons in our metal and our machining jobs.
I am only a man. What are you gonna? Dude, it's the same shit, different day.
Yeah, just lighting shit on fire.
Dude, you think what do women do in like? Because remember how it's probably not like this anymore because now there's no like conformity. Now people just get to do whatever they want. But when I was young, like I got forced into home ec, and people were just like, "Gay, Shayne's gay,"
Yeah.
and like in home ec was like legit. Like, this is how to be a woman. Like, they were like, and the teacher was like giving lessons, like talking about like getting your period in class.
Really?
Yeah, dude. She was like trying to, because it was like one of the only spaces where they were all women.
And you were just there?
And I just happened to be there. So I had to just be there. And they're just like, maybe it's a part of why I'm so empathetic towards women nowadays.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, no, because I was pretty shitty. Like, I was kind of, you know, I was like definitely not the best when I was young. But still, she would just be like, listen, young ladies, it's not weird if you ever need, you should always, if you need to ask another woman for a pad, that's not embarrassing. That's like normal. And I'm just in class, just like, yeah, ladies, if you ever need a pad, just ask.
Yeah, I never had that either.
Dude, it's so funny just to be
Well,
like,
I mean, like, you know, guys are like, ew, periods. I'm like, whatever.
oh yeah, I've never given a dude. Every girl who's ever been like, we can have sex, but I'm my period. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
No, you know what I hate?
Fucking care.
I hate when women are like, I'm having my period, so we're not going to have sex. I'm like,
Oh,
why?
I'll kill you.
I don't care.
Yeah, why are you weird about this? I'm the one who's supposed to be weird, and I'm not.
You're
I
not
will
supposed to be
say
weird.
there was a girl who was like, I've seen girls who are like, I only like specifically are into it too much.
Yeah.
Where they're like vampire into it, and you're like, all right, you've gone too far into
You made it weird.
I just want to have normal sex. Now you want to have some kind of period thing happening, and I'm not gonna fucking Lestat your pussy, dude.
Lestat?
Yeah, Lestat the vampire from Interview with a Vampire.
Oh,
he's the
yeah.
main
I
vampire.
forgot his name.
Yeah, dude. I'm not just gonna fucking go in there and fucking Dracula your pussy.
I mean, there are vampires out there who will do that.
There are people who love. Here's the thing: if you have a guy vampire, if you got a guy Draculaing your pussy,
One, he's not a vampire; he's a pickup artist.
yeah, and two, he looks like a guy who would Dracula your pussy.
I feel like
So that's brutal.
finding a real vampire nowadays is really hard. They all are pickup artists.
Yeah, dude. Well, vampires just they just look like they're all dudes who look like they think they're in the Matrix, man.
So
It's
embarrassing.
fucking brutal.
It's one of those looks I don't. You're closer to that spectrum than I ever.
Oh
have
yeah,
been.
because I was goth as a kid. I
What?
definitely spent time being a vampire.
Why do guys dress like that?
Because you think it looks cool. Dude, you just think it's cool, man. And
'Cause
here's
those-
the thing. When I was like into goth shit, so when I was in high school, I made friends on these message boards, the Vampire the Masquerade message boards.
Okay.
And I
Very
would,
different from what I was doing in high school.
I was doing both things. You know, I was up to a lot of different shit. So like this started when I was in like 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like I literally would, here's what I would do. Because we had the one computer in my house, we had the internet for whatever reason. So funny that we were so poor. I think like I've said before, I think my stepdad stole it. Doesn't matter. We had Windows 98, or XP. It was awesome. I jump on. I would load up. I would go to the what was it called? I would go to the Dragon Ball Z message boards and do my role playing Dragon. I would update my role playing Dragon Ball Z thing. I would update my wrestling thing because I had a wrestling.
What do you mean
character
update? You would just like go to your normal
So
threads.
there were these message
jump
boards
in, make
where
your
you
comments.
role play.
Role playing message boards.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you would be a character in it. So and then I would do that, and then I would also jump into my vampire one, and then I would also jump into my Wheel of Time mud I used to play.
By the way, I do think message boards of that style were a lot better for us than what we have now. Because
Yeah.
Facebook is like everyone you know in real life is commenting whatever bullshit happened that day.
Nah, dude, I need a
trying to
place
have
where
where we grew up, where it's like, oh, we're all gonna talk. I'm gonna go talk to the thousands of other idiots who like the same thing as me, and we're gonna argue about the things we like.
exactly.
I don't know these people.
I need a place where I can go be Shadow spelt with an X.
Yeah, with your cool, with your cool.
Dude, I was Shadow spelled with an X, bro.
Yeah. Great username.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, so I was Shadow.
Did you have
And then I would
did you have a cool signature with like an animated like it would like look glossy.
Oh
and
yeah,
it like
man.
had cool text.
Well, on the vampire message boards, it was like a quill, because I was
Yeah.
I was actually from the 1800s. I fought, and it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into the deepness. Of
No,
the
I want to
character.
know what your signature
No,
was.
no.
Did you have like a cool quote?
Yeah, it was just like a quote, dude. Because I fought and like I was like a cowboy and shit, and then now I lived in this time, and I was a high schooler. Because you have to be yourself,
Yeah. I wish like Twitter or Facebook or anything new. We need to bring back forum signatures.
Oh, dude.
Just having like 100 links to all the bullshit you're into.
What makes
having like a weird animated, cool 90s sleek. What do you even call that? A banner?
Yeah,
With, like,
yeah.
You'd have like a mech warrior.
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
a cool car.
or
like
like
a naked,
Mega Man shooting,
yeah,
or like
a naked lady that you spent probably like 20 hours in Photoshop trying to make, and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna steal someone else's and change their name to my name on it.
yeah.
so much better.
Dude, you know what's so funny is that's why Twilight fucks me up, is because like in the vampire message boards, everyone who played Vampire the Masquerade was in like high school or college.
Yeah.
And everyone who was there were people so deeply into it they murdered their parents. So like this was a crazy phenomenon from like 2002 to 2008. Like people were more into it than I could ever describe to you if you're listening to this right now and you don't understand. People
Wait.
were so fucking into it.
How big was the thread that day when they found out that some of the members had killed their parents?
Dude, everyone talked about it.
And like there was like, hey,
there were a lot of people
remember
who were
why
like, should I kill my parents?
remember how this person has been posting for a month?
Yeah.
It's just like, we found out what happened. Forum drama was so much better back then too.
Oh yeah, but
So my question, unless you're done, is vampire people and pickup artists and all these people, they look at stuff, they look at bracelets with too many spikes on them, and they look at like, oh yeah, a necklace with like a leather something, like a leather bracelet on the necklace.
Yeah.
Or they look at, I'm gonna have 4 bracelets on I'm gonna have spaldrons.
Those are cool.
They look at
Those are
they look at
cool.
too tight jeans and they're like, I can't squat in these. There's no mobility. I can just shuffle. I can just shuffle around. And they look at
Bitches love mobility.
They look at like a vest and it's all frayed and tattered, and they're like, that's tight.
That is cool.
No,
Some of this is cool.
And so whenever I put on any clothing, shout out to the person who got me this Bigfoot sucking dick shirt. What does it say?
Bigfoot.
I sucked Bigfoot's dick in the Pacific Northwest.
Hell
Nailed
yeah,
it. Thank you for that. This is when I put on clothes, when I wear clothes.
No shout out for me for the pants.
No shout out for you.
Okay.
These are your hand-me-down pants where you're like, you got too fat to wear them, so I'm like, I guess I'll wear them.
No.
And they're just tight on me, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm fat too. I just all my clothes are tight. you dabble in fatness to where you're like, oh, my shirt's a little tight, it's uncomfortable, I'm gonna give it away, and I'm like, fuck it, and I put it on and it looks worse on me. I'm like, this is normal. This is how all clothes should hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you want to get them off at the end of the day. But I've never put on any clothes, and this is why I think I'm so I have no style sense, where I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I like that. I put on like shirts and I'm just like, I don't hate it. It doesn't, because most clothes I put on, I'm like, oh, I hate this. If there's a shirt and it's just like, I don't, it's fine, it's comfortable. I go off of comfort most of the time.
We've talked about this before, and this is maybe a symptom of whatever's going on with you, but you have zero sense of wonder.
No.
Yes.
I like to wonder about things. I spend lots of times wondering.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so because you have no sense of wonder, you don't ever like imagine yourself as a thing. And because
I don't imagine myself
that,
as a vampire.
You're incredibly utilitarian.
That is,
you just like you're incredibly Spartan. You're laconic about the things you wear because you don't imagine yourself. Whereas I'll watch a music video and I'll go, that guy's fucking cool. I kind of want to be like him.
This is what
and then I'll
pickup
watch a
artists
skate
do.
video and I'll be like, I want to be like him. And I imagine myself as a pro skater or a rock star or a surfer
or a pickup artist
or a vampire.
And you're like,
and then I kind of like cobble all these images together into a way I want to dress. And some days I wake up and I put something on and I go, this makes me feel like a I'm a little bit of a vampire right now.
Well, you know that sense of wonder. Do you put on the pants with way too many buckles and like random zippers?
Yes.
And you're like, yes, I will put on the pants. And you see it in your fantasy. And then a girl's going to be like, wow, that man's pants have so many buckles. I think I'm going to go talk to him.
Yes.
That what plays out?
You did it. You figured it out.
Maybe that's
so foreign to you that you had to get to it by making up a thing, but that's really how it works.
That's never happened to me. Every time I put on a shirt or something, I'm just like, I hope no one sees me in this shirt.
This is like, fuck, I hope no one. This is the opposite, man. And let me tell you, it's so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up. If you put on pants with a lot of buckles and zippers on them, a lady will fuck you because
a certain type of lady.
A certain type of
which
lady
is
will
also
fuck you. And
not the type of lady I'm going for.
No, you don't want this lady.
Yeah.
You do not want this lady. She is the lady at the Renaissance Fair.
Some people do want this lady.
Dude, a lot of people
and I
want
guess
this
that's
lady.
that is the whole secret of finding what you want is find what you want and then figure out how to get there.
Here's the thing.
Because I don't know what I want is I want to be a guy who's just like, yeah, I have money. Let me fuck you.
Yeah. You don't want the vampire lady.
No, I don't want a vampire
because the
lady.
vampire lady's also the lady at the Renaissance Fair who's like, she's smashed her triple F tits into a corset.
Such a
and
look.
She's eating an entire turkey leg, you know? She's pretty high. And she's sexually aggressive on a level that shouldn't make sense, you know? And she got kicked by a horse earlier, but she's okay because she's hardy like that. I think, you know, like you don't want that woman. You're not trying to fuck her.
I think if I was doing Renaissance Fair fashion, I would. Here's one thing: I would like to dress as a wizard.
Yeah, you would, dude.
I could see.
So you would feel cool as a wizard.
I feel like I would like to attract a woman who's attracted to a wizard.
You've activated something in me, and now more than anything in the world, we're going to a Renaissance Fair.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna pick up some
we're
warlock
gonna be
babes.
wizards, dude. Yeah, we're gonna be wizards, bro. It's gonna be sick as fuck. What kind of wizard would you be? Would you go full robe? Would you be like a fucking Middle Eastern wizard? Would you? What are you doing? Because I feel like you'd be like a weird, some kind of psychedelic, like a mushroom frog wizard. I don't know what that looks like.
I can't grow a wizard beard.
You can't. But here's the thing: you could still be. You could do wizard.
So I was gonna say, if I can't grow a proper wizard beard, I might have to do the dirty forest hippie wizard, where I'm just like, hey, I'm just here. Like I don't care about the beard. I don't care about anything. I'm out here camping. I'm out here crafting spells to attract fun forest animals.
Yeah.
I don't even care about women. I'm out here in the forest alone. I don't know.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm scared of a woman who's attracted to a wizard because it's the same wheelhouse as a woman who would sleep with a homeless man.
Firstly, all women would sleep with a homeless man if he was charming enough.
Yeah, I mean... Sure. I don't know.
Women believe it. Here's my thing is that you're coming at it from a utilitarian sense. Most women are the opposite. They're incredibly empathetic and more in tune with their emotions. And because you're in tune with emotions, you could be convinced to sleep with anyone who's like kind and cool, no matter what their station in life is. I feel like a lot of women would sleep with a homeless guy for
if you look good,
for reasons that have nothing to do with why you would sleep with a woman, whereas men would sleep with a homeless woman.
Yes, if she was hot.
Yeah, just if she was hot.
You ever see a hot homeless woman and you're like
I need to look like a day two?
I need to look away right now.
Oh yeah,
I do not need to get wrapped up in that world.
Well, you can just like tell that
because I'm like, part of me is like, oh, I could bring her in and save her, but it's also like I think I would get wrapped up in that world. It'd be too easy for her to be like, you want to do heroin? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you would.
You're
absolutely.
Hot. You're hot. If heroin obviously is okay because you're still hot. You've been doing it for 2 days now, so sure, let's try it. I'll do what you do.
We also just discovered that in my world, in my mind, when I'm thinking about people, I'm just like, yeah, anyone can sleep with any homeless person. That's just how I operate, apparently. Because you were like, what it could happen, and I was like, yeah, both genders, and then I just realized that I was just like, yeah, this is obviously a Shayne thing. This isn't reality.
Also, homeless women are extremely rare.
Oh yeah, crazy
And then
rare.
a hot homeless woman is like, should you try it just once because it's so rare
What is the
to get that notch on your bed to because you're always guys are always like, oh yeah, I've even if you're lying, even if you say you don't, I think you keep like a mental checklist of like, oh yeah, I've got Asian, black lady, white women. There's a really fat woman once. There's a fire lady, a cop. Like you're
trying to get like all the different types of women because men love variety.
and you want to see like,
Well, not all men.
you want to
but
see how
most
they
men.
switch it up. Like, what if the circus performer? It's got to be kind of crazy, right?
Can I tell you that I really, truly don't try to think about anyone I've been with?
You don't. Yeah, clip that right there. Just what he said right there. Out of context, it sounds horrible.
It does. It does sound bad, but I really don't. I try to like never perceive. Like I just like I'm like I don't know.
You just take it for face value. Of
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. I only think about the people that I've like had a deep emotional connection with, and all of those except for like a very like one of them hurt my feelings deeply. So I didn't try to ever think about them either.
I like to see. That's where
This
my
is
sense of
mental
what.
checklist
This is where
going.
my sense of wonder is better than yours. Because
Oh,
I'm like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if I slept with a CEO?
yeah, you're trying to get the United Nations of dick.
Yes, I'm trying
You're
to.
trying to get like one of everything.
I'm trying to be like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I slept with a samurai lady?
Yeah, you're trying to do with like
What if
Xbox achievements for your penis.
What if I slept with an astronaut?
Oh, that would be cool though.
That would be- see,
I will say that I do remember the doctor I slept with very well.
There you go.
Only because she let me take her virginity, and again, I've told the story on the podcast. It destroyed my faith in doctors.
Wouldn't it be cool if I slept with a virgin?
Have you never done that?
No, I've only been taken advantage of by by women.
If only if
stealing
you're listening
mine.
to this, let Mac have your virginity.
Yeah,
There's a lot
yeah.
of guys who will give you their butt virginity. You could take a girl's butt virginity. Would that make you feel better?
No, it would make me feel worse.
What? Why?
I feel like I've taken a few butt virginities.
Oh no!
Just like I was very kind, and it was like wasn't our thing, and I think that's why I'm so adverse to it now.
because the girls whose butt virginities you took were like, I don't like it.
I think I took butt virginity, whereas you probably had some real butt doctors who were like butt veterans.
Oh, dude,
So,
let me tell you.
yeah, so-
I've had some fucking salty dogs,
So
some vets.
I'm saying your first butt experience was probably from
Dude.
like a third.
multiple tours.
Yeah,
multiple
tours.
tours of duty.
Just
Ah,
gotta go.
yeah. Come on, that was good. But yeah, dude, we're talking some veterans.
And so you're just like, oh yeah, this is the best thing ever. Whereas
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
like, I don't want to hurt you. I feel like no one's having fun.
yeah.
So
Mine had been like through the beaches of D-Day,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
So they were just like, this is a walk in the park. Yours are like just haven't even graduated basic training.
and that's
You're just like throwing them into battle. Plus, you got your fat guy sex moves.
too powerful.
Yeah, dude. You don't know how to scale it back for the butt. That's probably your problem.
What do you
I
mean?
can scale it back because I only have regular guy sex moves. So I could scale my power level down for butt stuff. You know, you got to scale it down.
Yeah.
Unless there are, dude, I mean, there are some girls who are just like, tear it up, go fucking
Mhm.
crazy. And you're like, wow,
They're
this
like,
is wild.
I want you to go shop class on my pussy.
Yeah, dude, where they're just like really fucking go nuts
I
in
need you to
there.
invent a tool to damage me. You're like, I don't know.
Dude, but some say maybe you're just going too ham in the butt.
I don't want to think about it.
Okay, we don't have to go. We don't have to think about it.
Even thinking about butt stuff bums me out.
Hey, listen, you know what? Maybe something happened formatively to you,
I think it did.
or you're just like, you know what your thing is you're just like, you know how it bums you out to see like porn where the women are demeaned
Yeah, yeah.
and like made fun of
It really
in
does.
like a comedy way. Not, it's so funny because you can watch them get demeaned in a porn way where they're just getting fucked or whatever.
Yeah.
But as soon as someone brings real comedy into it, and like roasts a woman in porn, you're like, no,
That was mean.
don't be mean to her.
I would on stage in a public in front of hundreds of people destroy that woman.
Dude.
But in a private room when you're both naked in an intimate setting, you have nothing but nice things. No, I don't even like dirty talk.
Nothing.
I don't like to be mean. I don't like anything. I'm just like, this is a
Nothing.
safe space
Nothing makes me laugh more than your face during that video of the guy roasting the poor girls, and then the girl says something and he goes, "You fucking sound like Batman." And then your face, you looked so sad, and I was laughing so hard. I'm telling this girl after she just gave rough head, "You fucking sound like Batman."
Yeah, it's if a person is having sex with you on camera, trying to do a good job, doing a nice thing for you to make fun of them, it hurts me. It is very funny though. I just can't laugh at it. It's my line. It's where I draw the line.
We all have lines.
If I saw it happening on stage, I'd be like, "Excuse me," I would interrupt the show.
Dude, those people are crazy. Can you imagine being that confident?
It is crazy that people are just like, I was laughing for the last 45 minutes, and then you made fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's fucking
what? What is
loser shit.
Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say earlier.
What's up?
The vampire thing. That's why Twilight fucks me up. Is because every single person who was into the vampire message boards, we were going to say something about me on the vampire message boards, by the way, but I can't remember. But here's the thing you did. This is what we would all do, and this is so fucked up. This is something I did, and I have a hard time admitting, I'll be real. Is that you would pretend you were a vampire, and then you would but in your own little, you would go out with your friends, you would meet up, do little meetups, and then you would go do normal shit. Go to the movies, go to the mall.
Yes.
But you are role playing that you are real vampires. You're
at the mall.
Yes. And you're like, well, we have to pretend to be kids because we're vampires. We have to hide our identity. This is what we do.
How old were you?
And so, you're doing normal shit. I don't want to tell you. You're doing normal shit.
Are you 20, 4?
No, not that old.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ. Though 24-year-old kids did it, for sure.
Yeah.
But, you really pretend you're playing vampire. It's like that episode of Always Sunny where she keeps being like, I want to play Sex in the City. And she's trying to get a group of girls to pretend that they're the characters from Sex and the City. That's what you're doing. You're literally role-playing your vampire, but it's so easy because you just live your normal life. So you're like, everything's normal, but now I'm a vampire.
Now you got a secret.
And through pretending to be a vampire, kids would have lots of courage, and then they would use that courage to kind of be like, well, we're vampires, we're ancient, we should fuck. That kind of thing.
That's fun. Yeah.
And that's how I really did. I met this one girl. She was the cousin of my friend, and she had gigantic tits and red hair. I remember very specifically. She was the Renaissance girl who could get kicked by a horse and still keep on going. And she one day we went out at night, and we went on a drive into the woods, and we explored this spooky abandoned building or whatever.
Ooh.
And then we were doing this thing where some of us were secretly being we're vampires, right? And everyone else didn't know. But we know that we're vampires. It's so funny because nothing changes about what you do, but you're a vampire.
You just have a little
you're dressed
secret.
like a vampire a little bit. You know what I mean? You got rings and shit on. But anyway, and then we went back to the place, and she's just and then she wanted to jerk me off. And I have this formative memory of getting jerked off, but the only reason we did it is because in the context of we are vampires, this is okay to get jerked off right now. And it was just so weird that I remember that. And I was just like, wow. And then later we fucked. It's years later, I met up with her again in my 20s, and we had sex as regular people. And I was like, no, it's only good because we were pretending to be vampires.
Is that message board still up?
No.
Oh.
No.
Let's see. I think
I know some of those people still.
I think my childhood message boards are probably still up.
But it's just so funny that to get courage, social courage and stuff from pretending to be a vampire.
Well, it's also you're hanging out with your friends, so you have courage from that.
But yeah, but you're also, it's the context. It's just also funny because nothing changes. You're not really doing anything. You're not doing vampire stuff. You're not hissing or running around because as a vampire, you need to stay hidden. So it's literally just if you and I were hanging out right now, I could be doing it right now and you'd never know.
Oh
Fuck, for all you know, I do it all the time, dude.
You're still doing it?
For all you know, I do it all the time, and that's why I'm up late at night all the time, because I'm a vampire.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just thinking yeah, I'm a vampire. I'm pretending to be a vampire because it's fun. You can spice up any situation. You could be at Six Flags and be like, this is kind of boring, and then just stop and go, I'm a vampire. And then it just feels more fun, dude.
You know what's so funny about that? Because I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Is when we had our forum's big meetup day.
Yeah.
When I went to go see a movie and everything. And I'd been talking to these people for years online, and we finally all are like, we're gonna get together, we're gonna see something like probably like Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie or something like that.
Yeah.
And we all finally meet up and we watch the movie, and I'm looking around, I'm like, these guys are dorks in real life. And I stopped posting on the boards. And just like after the real life meetup and meeting all these people, I'm like, nah.
Oh, it's so fucked up. You're a dork.
No, I left them. I evolved.
No. I love that you looked into the mirror and you were like, no, this isn't how I see myself.
If I was posting on the vampire boards and then I went and met up with all the vampire people, I'd be like, oh no. yeah.
Just fucking no way, dude. Firstly,
it took me
I
one.
bet you anything there was more pussy at the vampire meetups than at your fucking dorky
Oh yeah, probably.
dorky guy meetup.
It was a dorky game. It was like a nerd thing. It was like
what was your message board? What did they do?
Don't want to talk about it. I burned a lot of bridges.
Really?
Leaving them. Forum drama.
I can't believe you were mean because of the thing.
I wasn't mean. I was righteously angry.
Oh my god! What did you think they were gonna be? This is a bunch of chads.
No,
like you?
No, they were worse. It started off as like just an online group around a webcomic, but then slowly turned into like World of Warcraft and
yeah, of course.
Just nerd.
That's
stuff.
with the vampire boards. A lot of them ended up doing World of Warcraft, and then they like had a guild and they all hung out. Two of the people got married, and
Good for them.
yeah, of course. I know so many people who got married from like that early 2000s online shit.
We should start a message board. I already have. If you can find it secretly on our website, it's there.
Are you wearing 2 pairs of socks?
Well, that's been a great episode.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck is going on with your socks?
Rate and review us on iTunes.
Wait, what the fuck? What's going on with your foot?
If you would like to find out what's happening with my sock situation, tune into our Patreon, cowboyboys.rodeo, website patreon.com/cowboyboys.
All right.
We will reveal all.
What the fuck? All right. Yeah. All right, everyone. Fucking. Also, my dates are all posted for next year.
Oh.
Come see me, Mike Abruzzi, and Diego Lopez do comedy all across the country. Portland, Denver, all the places.
There they go.
Yeah. All right. Fucking yeehaw, everybody.
What's wrong with some of my socks?
I don't know. I want to talk about it.